And I think that's something that a lot of women need to digest and understand alongside the want and desire of having an emotionally regulated man. All right, so I literally was just having a conversation where we were just talking about the idea that a lot of women would like to have a relationship with a man that is emotionally sound, safe, regulated, who has done some healing and understands how to hold space. And the assumption that a man like this is going to be sensitive to her sensibilities, kind, caring, understanding, patient, compassionate, thoughtful, all of these good things, right? And this is something I was just thinking about. A lot of these traits we would consider to belong in the feminine energy, right? Not good, not bad. We both possess feminine and masculine, right? And so if this is, a strong, capable man of leadership, of integrity, right? And you can notice that he walks in his masculine, right? He has developed his masculine, but he's also aware enough of himself and the femininity that we both contain in order to know how to step into his aspects of nurturing and care in order to be thoughtful and sensible to your sensitivities, right? And so while that is a great thing, that is a beautiful thing, what do you think that man in turn wants? Do you think the man that has done this type of regulation on himself wants the opposite for himself? No, he would appreciate if his partner had the same level of care, patience, and thoughtfulness with him, or at least had the wherewithal to say, I acknowledge this is something you like and I want to be able to give it to you. Because if not, there's going to be an emotional imbalance and there's going to be a relational imbalance, right? And he's not going to be able to stay there. He's not going to be able to stay in that, not without some self-sacrifice and a little loss of self-respect. Because if I'm willing to be thoughtful, caring, patient, kind, nurturing, and hold space for you and sensitive to your sensibilities, that means I'm willing to be giving, right? And I'm willing to give to the comfortability of what makes you feel seen, heard, and safe. But if you're not able to do that for me, then that means I'm not safe. I'm either not seen or I'm not heard. You feel me? So I'm not safe. If you can at least acknowledge my sensibilities and the things that I care about, my thoughts, my emotions, my wants, and my feelings, then I'm not safe. And if I stay here with you, I'm doing myself a disservice and I'm disrespecting my own sense of self-care. Because a man who has done the emotional work and regulation is going to nurture out of his femininity, but he's going to lead with his masculinity. So every time he puts himself in a situation where there's an imbalance without addressing it, that masculinity in him is taking a hit. His pride, his ego, his courage is all saying, I'm either not brave enough, I'm not strong enough, or I don't trust myself enough to seek out the equal treatment that I desire. Not even equal treatment, the just treatment, because we're all humans, right? So at the end of the day, asking someone to be kind, sensitive, empathetic is just asking for a simple, basic human, you feel me? We're all born with wants, needs, whatever the case may be. This is a simple aspect of humanity. So asking someone to be humane with you, especially someone you're in close proximity with, in a relationship with, it kind of hurts to realize you don't even care about me enough to actually listen to what I'm saying and take it into consideration or to do anything differently. You just don't want any feedback or pushback. As long as I'm doing the things that make you feel good and okay, it's fine. As soon as I address something that's not making me feel good or okay, it's a problem. Any self-respecting, self-regulated, emotionally balanced man, in my opinion, is not going to stay in a situation like, or a man who understands how to emotionally regulate and has addressed both his femininity and his masculinity and has found how to balance those when the time calls.